Number 1. Strive for perfection. High-functioning anxiety is a tricky beast. On the one hand, it makes you more productive, more organized, and better able to troubleshoot problems. But on the other hand, it makes you feel like a failure when your efforts don't meet your own high standards. And that's because high-functioning anxiety makes you strive for perfection in everything you do, from how you look to how you work and how well you treat others. And since perfection isn't attainable, as there's always room for improvement, you never feel like things are good enough. Number 2. Overplan. High-functioning anxiety makes you expect the worst and prepare for it. You're always on high alert, waiting for disaster to strike and trying to avoid it. You're constantly thinking about what could go wrong and how you'll respond if it happens. And because you're always expecting the worst, when something good happens to you, it feels like an exception instead of the rule. This can lead to a lot of stress, not just from worrying, but from feeling like you have to be prepared for everything at all times. The result? You don't get to enjoy things because you're thinking about everything except the present moment. Number 3. Constantly feel the need to be doing something. If you have high-functioning anxiety, you probably have trouble relaxing, since you feel like you have to be doing something all the time. Whether it's cleaning the house, working on a project, or planning things for next month, there's always a need to be productive. You're constantly thinking about your next move and the things you have on your plate. However, this can make it really hard to enjoy your downtime. Number 4. Arrive super early to your appointments. High-functioning anxiety causes you to be on edge, even when you don't know why. The associated stress can result in many different symptoms, including being too early for everything. It's not necessarily because you're trying to make a good impression. It's more like you're worried about being late and having your anxiety get the better of you. You show up early so that if something goes wrong, at least you'll have time to deal with it before anyone notices. Number 5. Procrastinate on certain things. High-functioning anxiety can show up in a lot of different ways, one of which is procrastination, the avoidance of doing something by finding other things to do instead. Despite their go-getter personas, those with high-functioning anxiety may have a tendency to procrastinate more than others due to their perfectionism and inflexibility. This is particularly true when you fear being unable to rise to the challenge. It's a way to evade situations